Hello everyone, and today I'm going to be talking to you about SpongeBob SquarePants Movie, the game on the GameCube. Now, look at that. Alright. So let's completely ignore the fact that I haven't posted a video in 6 months. It really isn't a big deal, but the SpongeBob SquarePants Movie itself I've always, talked it up, as one of my favorite movies. Actually, I think it's actually a very high quality movie at it. If you look at it objectively, even if you're not a fan of SpongeBob, you should be able to appreciate a lot of things they do with this. They're really clever. But that's not what I'm here to talk about today. I'm here to talk about the terrible tags that GameStop puts on things. You can still see it because it's underneath the wrapping. Even if you can't get it off, I really don't have that much, I don't care that much where I need to dissect the game just to get this tag off. But see, this is on the GameCube. I recently beat it after I had played it for a while. It's not a game I wasn't familiar with until now. I've had this for a while, even after I rented it a long time ago as a kid playing it. And I always really enjoyed it and praised it above and beyond. But it had been a while since I played it, so now I'm here to tell you what I really think now. Now. So, when you start playing this game, you're gonna see the terrible 2D cutscenes, which are pretty inexcusable. They're just terrible, because it just literally takes clips from the movie, except not clips, they're just screenshots from the movie, and then just paste them. You see this a lot in licensed movies, in their games, that is, and it's really just a lazy form of doing the storyline, which, yeah, in one degree I can understand that, because you already know the movie, but another just looks sloppy, and you can tell that, even I can make a better cutscene for the game, because that's something I could easily do in 5 minutes, the cutscenes they do. Then again, the graphics, you can tell, are pretty atrocious for what it is. SpongeBob, even in this generation, looks terrible in 3D, because obviously he wasn't meant for 3D. It's not like Pokemon, where they made the 3D transformation smooth or anything. This just looks dated. You can even see in the back there. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, we got an awkward tilt here. My phone on the table. I'm trying this out. The iPhone I never really used for videos like this, so we'll see how it looks. But I just can't get access to my mom's camera at this point. But the thing is, the reason I really always liked the SpongeBob SquarePants movie and the redeeming qualities I still see in it today is the fact that they use a ton of unique ideas, in that they also incorporate a variety of gameplay elements. For instance, you'll have there are certain levels for each different gameplay type. There'll be levels for when you're sliding down a slope, kind of like riding something, and you have to do time jumps and stuff, perform them pretty precisely at times. There are also levels similar to the Super Mario Sunshine levels, in which you don't have the jetpack or the flood, the secret levels, where it solely tests your platforming abilities, except in this instance they're either floating platforms, or you'll have the sponge ball thing where they'll have SpongeBob in the form of a ball, kind of like Super Monkey Ball style. And there's also driving mechanics, which are probably the worst part of the game, in that it's just really very slippery controls and pretty terrible overall, because a lot of times, even no matter how skillful you are, the game will screw you over. There are also points where you have these flight mechanics. Later in the game, they'll give you this ability that lets you use these flight mechanics and has inverted controls, so down would go up and up would go down, and things like that, where you have to navigate a certain thing through this level. And there's like ring challenges and time challenges, and it's actually a really excruciating game. The main gameplay set is focused on is the platforming, or it's not really platforming, more of an action adventure style, just kind of wandering around. And it's a collectathon also with that, where there's just a ton of stuff you can collect to get your experience up and get better abilities and improve the ones you have. It's pretty interesting in that aspect. But let's see, those are by far the easiest parts of the game. Once you get out of that, all the different kind of mechanics they throw at you are actually incredibly difficult for what you'd expect for this game. But then the fault of it is that the difficulty isn't often because of just plain skill. A lot of it is the way the controls work. For some things they're sloppy, and it just becomes extremely frustrating. I found myself extremely frustrated at parts, and I don't feel like it was unjust in feeling so. And I always view licensed games in an interesting way, in that most people just they count them out automatically. They don't even give them a try. But I'm always willing to give them a try objectively and examine just the pure gameplay aspect of it all, and of the games. This one, I can easily say, it's half of the time you're going to have fun with it, half of the time you're going to be frustrated with it, whether it be the controls, something sloppy in the way the game's made, or just stupid, like the way they try to incorporate SpongeBob's comedy in this doesn't work with how the game's set up, so you'll just find yourself just face-palming at some of the stuff they do. So I don't know, I might do more licensed game stuff. I was kind of just I'm trying to clear my backlog of I have a ton of licensed GameCube games, because I have this weird fascination with collecting some licensed games, especially on that system. As I said, because there are a lot of hidden gems people miss. Like this one I kind of consider a hidden gem, because you can have a lot of fun. The levels where you're sliding down on like the bathtub and certain things like that, those are fantastic levels, really. The ring challenges can be really excruciating, but at the same time that's more based on skill than anything, and you'll find yourself addicted to going back and trying it again. You'll be like, one last try, but then you'll be doing 10 more tries before you know it. You'll be playing that for a while. There's just some really fun levels. It was cool how they mixed in all the gameplay elements. That's an interesting thing you don't see from many licensed games, because they don't really take those kinds of risks. For instance, I started playing the Ampley right after that, and this doesn't take any risks at all. So I might save that for another video. No promises. I want to try to do videos in the games I beat from now on. I said this a while ago, but we'll see how that goes. Hopefully if I just do simple videos like this, I won't have any excuse not to. And this is a Mario hat, by the way. But that one, I don't know if I'll beat it or not. It seems like an easy game to beat, so we'll see. And already Lewis 2011, if you're watching this, I do have my response to your video planned. I plan to do that sometime. I still have to do some fine-tuning on the list, and then I'll have that good to go. And I have more videos planned on the way. So guys, until then, see ya.